Yo, 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 yo. How's it going, everyone? Thank you for joining. Really excited for this one. Absolutely sweltering. So hot. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to have to keep chugging on my water. Hello, everyone. Hello, Speedsy. A fellow nerd. Nadeem. Ollie. Hello. Nadeem asks, what do you think of Haaland from today? Oh, so good. So good. As Jose would say. Very thankfully I had him in my fantasy team. So that was good. Wish I'd have captained him. I captained Kane instead, so that was a little bit annoying. But, oh, so good. What did you think? Hello everyone. Henrik, Aiden, hello. The Notorious Life. We're here learning how to make a possession tactic, but what we really want to know was how to make you happy. You're the best. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot everyone for joining in. Like I said, I'm really excited for this one. Nicholas, Rami, hello. Ollie, no, you didn't ask me, but Haaland pace is scary. Yes, it's ridiculous. I feel like this transfer makes Man City just, they're already scary, but now it's just beyond extreme. Like, the one thing they've really never had is that kind of unreal pace, that fantastic movement in behind, and now they've just got everything. It's crazy. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, so they're going to be a scary proposition. Today, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be making a custom tactic for PSG. It's not going to be replicating Gaultier's, but there is going to be an element of that because they've been playing a free back, and I think we can make our own free back. And obviously, I've only seen them play. They've only played one league game so far, and it went very well. 5-0 win yesterday, so that was very good. But I want to just kind of make our own, really. The reason why we're doing PSG is because a very kind follower, very kindly, in my first live stream, left a super chat asking if we could do PSG. And at the time, we were already doing Hull City, thanks to another super chat, but I wanted to kind of honour that. So thank you, Karen, for that. I don't know if he's in here or not, but he might see this back. Omar Haaland is unbelievable. Yes, absolutely scary. Rami says, Brahma, I'm a good FIFA player, but when someone played against me in high pressure, even if I was winning 4-0, for example, at the end I lose the game. So, well, I'm guessing you're kind of struggling to play out of a press. The best thing to do, for one, it's very easy to say, but if you are struggling to play it from the press, you just got to kind of get it away. Just kind of send it forward and regroup. At least then, if the reason why you're losing is because they're pressing you hard at the pitch and winning it hard at the pitch, they can't do that if the ball is in their own half. So I would say that. Obviously, I'm not a fantastic FIFA player by any means. But, when it comes to things like that, I kind of just try and relate it to real football. So move this a little bit. See if I can get a bit more light. Yeah, so we're gonna go with PSG today. We'll play a game after as well, see what the tactic's like. I'm thinking early doors. As I said, we're going to do a free back, but I think we might also do like a balanced game plan and then an attacking game plan as well. I said Haaland might struggle with some of the fast link-up, but when teams have to start pushing, his runs in behind are a joke. If he stays fit, he could be City's year in the UCL, especially with Alvarez. Well, that's it. They've got two unreal pacey forwards, like scarily fast. So that's something as well. Speedsy says, I'm struggling to keep the ball in my Fulham career because I'm being highly pressed, and it'd be nice to find a way to counter that press. Yeah, kind of similar to the what we just kind of spoke about, innit? Like, sometimes if you're struggling to kind of get the ball out, the best thing to do is get rid and regroup. Definitely. Other things, it could be your tactic. Like, free backs are definitely kind of the best things to kind of play out from the back if you're struggling, because you've got more options in the deeper areas. I always kind of say that as well. Cammy says, will you do a video on Christophe Gaultier's PSG tactics? Yeah, maybe. If enough people want it, that's what I always say, really. Whether or not we'll do many more real tactics in FIFA 22 now is questionable. I'm not sure how many we're going to do now because things are kind of dying off. A lot of other content planned, so we'll see. Henrik says, there's a big guy called David Fofana playing for Mold who is the next big thing. Biggest talent in the Norwegian league since Haaland. I've actually covered him, I'm pretty sure, before, because I did a video on best strikers. It might have been either target man or possession tactics. I can't remember which one it was. and he was in there. Well, it might be counter-attacking, but either way, I did a video for best strikers basically to sign, and he was definitely in there. So you should check that one out. Struggling to impress, you could try a DM with free roam. Yes, definitely. So I've gone ahead and made the transfers. So we've got the likes of Renato Sanchez in there. Mendes is back now. Matinha's there. Who else we got? Mukiele's there. Ekatike. I've transferred out Idrissa Gueye because it looks like he's going to go to Everton now. So, and other than that, they haven't made any other transfers yet as it stands. So I've gone ahead and kind of done that. Oh, by the way, if anyone could let me know what the audio's like before we do get into this, that would be great. If the levels and stuff, too quiet, too loud, not good enough, let me know. Very much appreciated. Scott says, I'm saying PSG in real life are playing like Conte 3-4-2-1. Well, yeah, it is the kind of similar shape and stuff and formation, definitely. We'll wait and see what their playing style's like, obviously. Speed says, audio is great, thank you. I watched all your vids for gegenpressing wingers, fullbacks or possession, and they're very good. Thank you. Maybe just a bit louder. The sound is fine. Change that a little bit. Sorry if you heard any bashing. Audio sounds perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I think we're kind of ready to go, really. Ready to hit it. So, as I said, I was thinking of free back because obviously they are playing out in real life. Now, the question is, do we kind of go for this 3-5-2, two holding mids, or do we maybe kind of go in the mould of what they did and essentially have the kind of two false wingers attacking midfielders? We have a look. Closest we can get really is, I suppose, if we do the 3-5-2, and then what I can do, I don't need to look up there, do I? Turn that off. I can look down here. That's better. So, the closest is the 3-5-2, and then what we usually do here is we move one striker out to try and get like the, there we go, Lamb. And then we'll move him up top to get the striker, and then we move another one out so that they're Ram. I do try and kind of move these about just so it's a little bit aesthetically more pleasing though. So it's like that. So at the moment, I'm thinking we go for something a little bit like that, similar to obviously what they played in real life. We've got any early team tactics videos in pipeline for FIFA 23, asked Dale. As we kind of alluded to, probably not many for FIFA 22. FIFA 23, it'll be the same as usual, really, to start off with. I imagine Guardiola's Man City, Klopp's Liverpool. We always really get started with those. Nagelsmann, Bayern, maybe. Trying to think who else. Maybe Ten Hag's Man United, but obviously based on today's performance, not many people will be requesting that. And a shout out to Brighton, by the way. They were so good. Brighton. I mean, I tweeted about it earlier. Graham Potter. This guy, he just works magic. He works wonders. I don't know how he does it. I'm looking at the Brighton lineup before the game starts. I'm thinking like they've got no new signings. The Brighton board not backing him at all. It's an absolute joke, and they just play like it's unbelievable. It really is. The way you talk about tactics has made me enjoy career mode a lot more, and I base my signings of how players play in real life. That's good. That's good. That's what I like to, realism is a big thing on this channel. We try and do that as much as possible. Try and stick to that, really. Nadine says you should do a video where you look at a team that's from one of the top 5 leagues, and if they're struggling in real life, then you should do a tactics video where you show what tactics they should use. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah, definitely. Ollie, let's not talk about that match, please. David De Gea, McTominay, Fred, and even Bruno annoy me. Yeah, Fernandes didn't have the best of games, did he? Let's face it. Fernandes didn't have his best of games. Eriksen, though, I was impressed. He was one of the few that kind of hold their heads high, and I thought he played well. Particularly playing that deeper role at one point as well, where he's not used to it at all. Speed says Scott, he needs to go. Maguire's lack of pace was really exposed by Danny Welbeck. Yeah, Danny. The both of them really. They're both of the centre backs did struggle with Welbeck. I mean, Martinez obviously he was on a booking, and then he went in he should have given away a penalty against Welbeck. Really, he was really playing with fire there. Fred and Maguire make me want to put my head through a brick wall. Yeah, definitely. Right then, so we've got this 3-4-2-1 tactic. And as I said, I think really what we want to do is we want to have a balanced game plan and a more attacking game plan. Because what I'm thinking is in the balanced game plan, we'll have something like press after possession loss. And then in an attacking game plan, if we're really pushing, what we can do is we can change that to constant pressure. And then that will basically make us really go gung-ho. So that's definitely what we're thinking. What else do we have? Width will naturally be quite low. So if we have a look at that, we'll put this down to, usually we kind of boost this up a little bit if it's a free back and you've got more men in the midfield. This time I'm going to kind of be a little bit more conservative about it. We'll go to 20 and it will be a bit compact. I'm thinking depth. Let's have a look at the centre backs. Well, first things first, I think we should probably decide what our team is going to be, shouldn't we? Actually, that would be wise. So we'll have Hakimi on the right. The back three, Kimpembe should be on the left because naturally he's obviously left-footed, pacey as well, so that's good to have him out wide. I'm thinking Marquinhos can go in the middle as kind of the kind of more the ball-playing centre-back. Kind of like that Connor Cody role. I mean, speaking of which, before I say it, Connor Cody to Everton. I really love that signing. I really do. Just perfect for them. Perfect in the way they want to play. They need a leader. They need a captain. Lampard wants to play through at the back. That is obvious. So that is just perfect. They can have Tarkowski on the left, and then Ben Godfrey on the right. I really like that back three. In fact, so their signings in general, I've been quite impressed with their business so far. Kind of making me want to do an Everton career mode for the channel on FIFA 23, so we'll see how that one goes. Wouldn't it be better to have Neymar on centre forward, drift wide with false 9? Yeah, we'll come on to the forwards very shortly. I definitely don't want Messi up front, really. I'm also thinking we're going to actually have instead of Ramos at right centre back, which is what they did yesterday in real life. I want Mukiele here. I really like him. This kind of third centre-back on the right role, that is absolutely perfect for him because obviously he can play right-back, he can play centre-back, he can play a wing-back. So I think this is absolutely ideal for him, really. And that back three, that is, I mean, there's a lot of physical upside there. So I really, really like that. No more Ben Godfrey after yesterday. I didn't actually watch the match yesterday. I was busy yesterday evening, so I haven't seen, but I'm guessing he didn't play very well. We'll see. Everton's kit is disappointing. I'm trying to think of it now. I know it had the white shorts and the white socks, which I think I prefer like the blue socks, which they sometimes play, but not always. Ben says, I'm just starting a Burnley career mode with Company at the helm. I can't say I've watched Company management. So what do you reckon I should be playing? Will he continue on the crossing? I think you can assume whilst Ashley Barnes is playing that they are going to be getting balls out wide and just pumping it into him. I mean, that's very kind of, predictable, really. Godfrey, serious injury. Oh, right, okay, I didn't know that. He went out on a stretcher, so... Wow, blimey. So what I'm guessing it's going to be, what was it, like a leg break, muscle injury? Yeah, that's a real shame, So I really like him. That'll mean, who else? Mina, Michael Keane. Doesn't inspire me as much. Kids can't wear the sponsor on the Everton kit, so it'd be very blank. Oh, yeah, because it's a Fingerball sponsor. Yeah, of course. I don't mind that, though. I'll be honest, I prefer shirts without the sponsor on. I know that's kind of a contentious issue, but it's one of them, isn't it? Right, so with the team, we've got our three centre-backs. Obviously, Donnarumma can stay in goal. Hakimi on the right, naturally. And on the left, we will go with Nuno Mendes. Now, in the centre, we are going to have Verratti there. And he's going to be that deep-line playmaker. Now, elsewhere, I really like the thought, because they played Vitinha there yesterday. I really like the idea of having, wherever he is, there, Renato Sanchez as kind of a box-to-box midfielder. Now, you know, regular viewers of the channel, you guys will know I really like a box-to-box midfielder in like the majority of my tactics. I'm a big advocate for that, and he's perfect for it. Obviously, the high work rate, high stamina. Just, I mean, look at the physical traits. You know, he's got everything so all-rounded. So I like the thought of him as being a box-to-box player, and he can kind of provide support to the front three, whilst Verratti holds fire. A fellow nerd says, was thinking a cool idea for a video series would be looking at which players should have their position change. For example, I think John McGinn would make a good inverted fullback. Okay, yeah, that's good. I get what you're trying to get out of there. That's a good idea. I could definitely have a look into that. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, the back 7 or 8 is sorted. And in the front three, naturally we're going to go with these three, but we're going to tinker around a little bit. Now, it seems to me like you have to have Mbappe up front, because I feel like Mbappe is obviously best running in behind with his clever movement and obviously his pace, but also the other two are better when they drop a little bit deeper and kind of show for the ball and then drive forward with the ball. So I think we'll have Messi on the right and he can cut inside onto his left. Look at that low work rate. That is just what we like. And then we'll have Neymar on the left cutting onto his right. And I do really like that. I'm really interested to see how these roles kind of pan out as well. Particularly Messi. Always fun to do a tactic with him just because you kind of stick him on free roam and it just goes from there. Gabriel says, hi Brum, I hope you're well. Thanks for joining in. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. I'm going to pose a question out to you guys now. Let me know in the chat. I want to know who you think are going to win the top 5 leagues in Europe this season. So that is Premier League, Ligue 1, seeing as we're doing PSG, Serie A, La Liga and Bundesliga. What is your kind of 5? Let me know. We can throw in the Portuguese league as well in there, if anyone does want to do that. Never knew Lolo was a thing. Yes, anyone who's seen Mario Balotelli on this game will definitely have seen the Lolo work rate before. Could you do Mourinho's Inter Milan tactics? I do like the thought of that one. That's probably doing the classic one is a better idea. Gabriel says City, PSG, AC Milan, Real Madrid, Bayern. PSG, Bayern, Man City, Real Madrid, City, PSG, Bayern, Madrid. So it seems everyone is saying PSG, Bayern, Real Madrid, those three. Most people are saying Man City. Jordan has also said Tottenham in the Premier League. That's a big shout, and I like that shout. I really do like that shout. If I was going to stick a bet on and have kind of not the favourites, but someone who was obviously with better returns, I think Tottenham would be the bet. With obviously Conte of the Helm. Roma getting a couple of mentions. Speedy, Ben, Dine Dropper all say Roma, as does Jordan. Really like that shout. Bit of the Mourinho effects. We've got Sporting Lisbon for the Portuguese league. Inter Milan, says Ali. Gabriel says, I'm a Spurs fan, but no chance. Very interesting. Why is that? How can Real win when new Barca is playing? I mean, there's still... Can they register all their signings? I don't know. It's ridiculous now. It's becoming into a right war on Twitter, that's for sure. And then he says City, Barca, Bayern, Inter, PSG. Inter with Lukaku back, I think, could be big. Dybala, oh yes, Dybala at Roma. That is a big signing. That is a big sign. Providing he can stay injury free, that has been a big issue for him. Dybala at Roma is a big signing. Wijnaldum as well. Obviously, he was at PSG. We've transferred him out now to Roma. Yeah, that's a good signing for Roma. So yeah, what a Barca. It's just Spurs. City and Liverpool are light years away. We don't have the financial power to compete with City, but if Conte stays, I don't see why we can't do a Liverpool with time. Yeah, definitely. We'll see how that one goes. I really like Conte's just, I've got a real soft spot for him, so I feel like any team he goes to, automatically you have to put in the mix. But yeah, we'll see. But Wijnaldum is on loan at Roma. Yes, he is, but obviously he won't be playing there this season, which is why we've kind of moved him out of the team, basically, just for the sake of these kind of updated squads. So yeah, it looks like a lot of people saying Man City, Bayern, Madrid, PSG. You've had a couple of shouts for Tottenham. And then in the Serie A, it's been split between Inter, AC Milan and Roma. Very, very interesting. What would you say is the key difference between Conte and Mourinho's style? Oh, it's very interesting. Well, Conte exclusively uses a free back, which obviously Mourinho doesn't. He has occasionally done it. In fact, last season at Roma, he kind of went to more of a five back. But the reason why I would class Mourinho's teams as more five backs and Conte's as three backs is because just watch wing backs in a Conte system. They're not wing backs. They're playing like wingers. They are so far forward, it's ridiculous. Whereas in the Mourinho system, if they're playing that kind of five back, so to speak, they're a little bit deeper, a little bit more pinned back. That's kind of the hallmark of a Conte team anyway. Are you planning on doing a Conte Spurs tactics recreation? Well, I did actually do that. I'm pretty sure. Didn't I? I think I did Conte Spurs on FIFA 22, didn't I? Maybe. I'm pretty sure I did. So yeah, have a look out for that. Right then, with the tactics, press after possession loss. We're going with that, and we're going to do an attacking game plan, which is going to be a lot constant pressure. And then width is on 20. We're going to keep it narrow for now, and the depth I am going to put up to. I think I'll put it to 80, and then in the attacking game plan, I might change this to 90 or 100. We'll see how that one plays out. Slow build-up on the build-up play, and then chance creation. Do I want possession or do I want forward runs? I mean, I really like forward runs. But I feel like with the system that we've played, it might be more suited to possession. Particularly, I'm thinking about the instructions as well for the likes of Messi and stuff. You don't really want him ongoing. You want him obviously drawing to the ball and stuff. John says Conte has transformed Tottenham's wing backs. Both of them were involved in multiple goals yesterday. As Sessegnon, Ryan Sessegnon playing for Antonio Conte. I cannot think of a better match. I mean, obviously his career stagnated a little bit under Jose, so this is going to be a different animal. So really pleased with that. Tom, Gabriel, Aaron all said yes, he did. Scott as well did do a Conte Spurs one. So yeah, go and check that out. Nadine says Guedes to Wolves. Thoughts? Good signing. Not overmad on the price. It's a lot of money. I mean, Fabrizio said like 30 million and then lots and lots of add-ons included. I haven't seen him specify how much though. So not overmad on the price, but the signing itself definitely good. Questioning why they're selling Cody to Everton, that's a strange one, but they must have something lined up surely. A fellow nerd asks, who's your all-time favourite manager? I mean, it's got to be Jose. I really do love Jose. I love Brian Clough as well, obviously before my time, but watch loads of stuff of him, got his biography and everything. Jose, Brian Clough, Antonio Conte's another one. These guys, Simeone, which surprised me. They're all kind of like generally seen as defensive managers, even though that's not quite the case, particularly with Conte. But yeah, love those guys. Great character. Who's yours? You guys, get at me. Who is your favourite manager of all time? Let me know. Nick says possession would suit Messi and Neymar better than forward runs. Yes, definitely. So I think we're going to stick it out with possession for this one. The width, we're going to stretch this out a little bit because obviously we've only got the wing backs, and also I would like particularly someone like Neymar to kind of stretch out as well. So what I think we're going to do is I think we're going to actually stretch this out to... we'll put it on 60 and hope that particularly someone like Neymar will drift out a little bit more. The players in the box... we'll put on 4. So 8. 4 players in the box, basically. Corners, I'm going to boost up to 4. Free kicks, I will leave on 3. And then, yeah, that will move us on to the instructions. Looking in the comments, people saying their favourite manager is. Klopp's had a couple of mentions. Who else? We've got Sir Alex, naturally. A couple of people saying Sir Alex. Nick. Aaron says Sir Alex. Scott says Bielsa or Pep. Yes. Very nice. Omar says Arsene Wenger. Speechy says, considering United have the Glazers, do you think Erik ten Hag will succeed at Man United? I don't know. It's really tough to say. They're such a tough team to predict, aren't they? Such a tough club to predict at the moment. Karen says, I think Wolves are selling Cody because they're looking like they're switching to a 4-3-1 system. Okay, very interesting. I haven't watched back the game with Leeds yesterday, so I haven't seen yet. But that would be very, very interesting. Welcome, Karen, by the way. We are doing PSG. Thanks for your super chat. So thank you. Thank you very much. Speechy says Sir Alex. Ostrich says Conte. Jordan is Pochettino. Rafa Benitez gets mentioned. Klopp getting a. What are your thoughts on Klopp saying the pitch was dry? Yeah, I did hear about that. Klopp saying the pitch was dry. I don't know. I don't take too much what he says in interviews and stuff, because he will say things just to try and protect his players, and as most managers do. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm sure he'll have been in the dressing room having a go at his players for saying, oh, you know, they weren't good enough. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Wolves lost 2-1 to Leeds. I did see that. I saw the little spat that Marsh and Bruno Lager had on the touchline. That was entertaining. Right, so with Donnarumma, we'll have him on comes to crosses, obviously, and we'll have him on sweeper keeper as well. And then with our back three, I'm just deciding now, do I kind of want overlapping centre backs, or do we, with the likes of having Messi and Mbappe in the team and everything, do we want to kind of not commit them too far forward? Just trying to think about that now. Not that it works anyway, I'd have to manually do it, but, you know, just for the sake of the tactics, do we want them on overlap? Game Changer says, hey Ash, what's up? Thank you. Hello. Thank you for joining. Aaron says, I hope Eric does a good job, but will the club give him enough time? I think you can almost guarantee that Man United will show patience after the years that they stuck with Ollie. They are, in all fairness, and they do show patience with managers. Jordan says, what do you think Pochettino's next job will be, since you're doing a PSG tactic now? Good question. I'll tell you what, I'm surprised that Borussia Dortmund didn't hold fire, because obviously they went and signed, what's his name, Terzic, who obviously was the interim manager before. But I'm surprised they didn't hold fire and kind of just get to interview Pochettino at least, because there was always talk that he was going to leave anyway. So, I mean, because that would have been a decent kind of pickup there, really. We'll see. Speed says, I don't think PSG's centre-backs are suited to overlapping. Well, I don't know. I mean, Mukiele at right centre-back, you know, he's played right-back, wing-back. I think he'd be perfect for it. But, you know, they've got the physical traits as well. But I don't know. Yeah, all right, we'll leave off that. We won't kind of get them overlapping generally. With our wing-backs, we'll have them on comeback on defence, obviously. Stay wide. Get them on a touchline. I'm also going to use the stick to hug the touchline instruction on the D-pad as well. So we'll come to that. Support runs. I'm going to have these guys on getting behind. Hopefully they can provide runs for the likes of Messi and Verratti to do. Get into the box with a cross. Or do we want balanced? No, I think we'll have getting to the box of the cross. We did say we wanted 4 in there, so I think this makes sense. I want to mirror that as well for the other fullback. Right then, with the 2 central midfielders, I'm just thinking, do we want both playmakers? Because obviously Verratti's going to be our deeper playmaker, then Messi's going to be the more advanced one. Do we want both of them on the same side, or do I want to rotate Verratti with Sanchez? But then, obviously, with Messi, I'm going to have him on stay forward and Sanchez getting forward as well. Maybe it would be better to kind of cover for that. Just thinking. Just thinking. Let's have a look in the chat whilst I do think. Adam, what's your opinion on Bayern? They killed Frankfurt the other day. I mean, obviously, it's so... the Bayern machine, like some people were saying, like a Dortmund title contenders this season, like you just can't. How do you see the Bayern machine like stopping? Really, they're just so difficult, so good. Ben says, I loved your career on Borussia Dortmund. Can't wait for another season of FIFA 23. Thank you. Was just saying at the start of the stream, because of their business, I'm really tempted to do a Frank Lampard Everton career mode, but I might put a vote out there later on in the month. We'll see how that one goes. Nicholas, Ten Hag's problem will be if the club actually buys in the players he wants. Definitely, that has obviously been a big issue for them. Poch to Arsenal, when Arteta gets sacked, Spurs fans would go nuts. Jordan, always thought Poch going to Ajax would be interesting. Yeah, definitely. But they jumped the gun on that as well, didn't they, really? Poch would be perfect for Borussia Dortmund. Yes, I think it'd be a really good fit for Dortmund. What is your hot take team that could win the Champions League? What is my hot take team that could win the Champions League? I don't think there is really one I could say would be a hot take, to be honest. I mean, obviously the main kind of candidates are like Man City, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, I guess PSG, Real Madrid. Hot take team. Don't really have one. Weirdly enough, I always say Atletico Madrid every year. But it's really weird because obviously they haven't won it, and the last couple of years, well, obviously they've dropped off a little bit. But I just always fancy them. I always think like when the big occasions comes, they're often kind of suited to it. I don't know. Alfie says, what formation shall I use for my Chelsea career? I mean, I'd probably stick to the 3-back, seeing as that's working out so well for them. Probably something similar to what they've already got, really. Particularly with the signing likes of Sterling as well. I think that would work well. What else have we got? When did PSG sign Mukiele? Over the last few weeks, I'm pretty sure. In fact, he might have been within the last week. Very good signing. Adam, I think Leverkusen and Leipzig could finish up with Dortmund. It's a good shout. I wouldn't write it off. I really would not write that off. What else we got? Is Cody going Everton? Yes, it looks like it. On loan with an option to buy. So I really like that deal. Do you support Newcastle? No, I don't. Spurs, maybe? I don't know, really. I'd fancy them more to win the Premier League than the Champions League if they were like that kind of hot take team. I'd say that I'd be more kind of confident to say the Premier League than the Champions League, that's for sure. If Inter got lucky, they could win the Champions League. The only problem is they've not got a massive squad, like particularly in defence. Like when one centre-back gets injured or what have you, there's no one else to step in. Same with the wing-backs. Central midfielders, when they lose Brozovic, that completely changes the complexion of that team. And they're still struggling to kind of replace that. So we'll see. What else do we have? Game change. So Ash, how would you go about creating a 4-4-2 tactic in FIFA 22 that goes from mid-block to low block, like prime Atletico Madrid? Well, you can't integrate... Oh, you mean like mid-block attacking to low-block defending? Yeah, I mean it would have to be something like Atletico Madrid, where it was very counter-attacking orientated. You'd have to have forward runs on. You'd probably go quite wide as well because it's a 4-4-2 tactic. You'd probably want a high width attacking wise. What else do we have? Conte better in leagues and cups. Yeah, there's definitely an issue. Barca could be better than Real this season. Again, I don't know what the situation is with their squad, whether or not they can register players. It's all you hear all the time. They're spending like mad. Whether or not that will happen, I don't know. But at the moment, I've heard that they can't register players. So, with the instructions, I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep... We're gonna keep Verratti on the same side as Messi, because I'm just thinking with Messi, probably we're not going to have him tracking back. Therefore, I want more protection, and with that protection, I'll need Verratti, who has already stayed back. So Sanchez, first things first. We're gonna have him cut passing lanes because naturally man marking doesn't work, and then we want him to get forward, and he's going to be that box-to-box midfielder that I obviously really like. Defensive position, we'll have him on cover. We'll have him on cover centre and we'll drag him out manually. I'll do the same with Verratti as well. Cut passing lanes for Verratti. Stay back while attacking. Do you want conservative interceptions? We'll have normal interceptions. We'll keep that on. Defensive position, he can be on cover centre as well. And then positioning freedom, we will have him on free roam. A really... people keep saying this in the last couple of weeks to me, in obviously comment sections and stuff. A lot of people are saying that free roam for a defensive midfielder doesn't work because often they'll venture forward. And I've found that not to be the case unless you have a player with high attacking work rate. But I'm gonna watch out for this specifically right now, but I've never actually found that to be the case. So we'll have him on free roam and we'll see what happens. What else do we have? Did you see Barca's links to Trent? No, I haven't seen that. I'd be very surprised about that one. Barca can't register players. I think they're waiting on De Jong, but De Jong is owed money. Yes, that seems to be the talk. Scott, what's your thoughts on the Scottish side, Motherwell? Don't have a lot of thoughts, really. Yeah, you know. This new system might win PSG the Champions League this season. We'll see, definitely. I really like the change to the free backs. It gives more protection if the likes of Messi and Mbappe aren't tracking back. Game changer Bayern are truly inevitable in the Bundesliga. I honestly think a manager with a complete tactical approach stands a chance. Somebody like Graham Potter. On my Everton career, I'm using it on Alan and it's working just like a deep line playmaker would. Well, yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts exactly. 3 teams in BPL going down this season. That's a really good question, Dale. I'm going to put it over to the viewers. 3 teams in the SPL, BPL, the Premier League. 3 teams in the Premier League who are going down this season. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. GG King, hello. Thank you. Welcome back. Guys, did you watch the Leeds game yesterday? I really like the intensity. No, I did just speak about that. Haven't got around to watching it yet because I heard Wolves are switching to a 4-back as well. So I'm going to have a look at some point. So with the tactical roles, these guys are all sorted. Now the front 3. Messi, I'm really excited to kind of get into his role here. We're going to have him on stay forward. Don't want him tracking back. Not that he will anyway. Support on crosses, I'm going to have him on stay on the edge of the box for the cross. He can pick up those loose balls. Positioning freedom is going to be free roam. Really excited for that one. And we're also going to have him on conservative interceptions. I want to preserve his stamina as much as possible. We want him to do his work on the ball. Now with Neymar, going to be more an energetic role. We're going to have him tracking back. We're going to have him on getting to the box with a cross as well. And positioning freedom, we're going to have him on drift wide. And hopefully he's going to help support the wing backs, particularly obviously Mendes on this left side as well, and he'll kind of drift wide. Interceptions can stay on normal. A lot of people getting in touch with their teams that they think are going to go down. So a lot of people saying Southampton. Wow, a lot of people saying Southampton. Everton getting a few calls as well. What else? Fulham. Looking elsewhere, Bournemouth have had a couple of mentions. Couple of Leeds, Fulham, Bournemouth and Southampton. That seems to be the most popular one, Fulham, Bournemouth and Southampton. People also saying Fulham, Bournemouth and Everton. Surprised a lot of people are saying Everton. Like I say, I really like their business. I really like the business that they're doing at the moment. And Idrissa Gueye as well. Another signing. That would be a really good signing. What else is? I've been watching your videos since FIFA 20 and I would love to see some more love for the teams from my country, Portugal. Jorge Jesus, for example, had some great seasons a few years ago with Benfica. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Now, I have done a couple of Portuguese this season because I remember I had like a week where I did, I'm pretty sure 2 or 3. So do go and check them out. Just trying to think now, but I definitely need to show more love. Also South America as well. I've not covered a South American team and, well, club team anyway. And I would like to do that as well. So yes, I do need to show both of them more love. What else do we have? Thoughts on Jesse Marsch. Really like him as a manager and the business he's doing. Yeah, not bad. I'll be honest, I thought they should have stuck with Bielsa. I know that's not going to be a very popular opinion because they did actually stay up anyway, but I kind of thought they should have stuck with Bielsa. We'll see how Marsch gets on. Excuse me. It's so hot. It's so hot. Right then. So we got Neymar. He's done. And then Mbappe, getting behind, obviously. We'll have him on stay forward. And then support runs, we're going to have him on drift wide. I'd like him to kind of do what Haaland often does, where he picks up those positions out wide, kind of break away from the opposition centre-backs and get him behind, pick up a bit of space for himself. So, with that in mind, we've got this balanced game plan done. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to save the team sheet there. I'm going to create an attacking game plan as well, which is going to be, you know, obviously more press orientated. Now, annoyingly, I've got to go through and do all of this again, which they really need to sort out, but there you go. So we're going to have Messi, well, we're going to have a Lamb, and then we'll move the striker over, and then we'll put him a Ram. And then what else do we... You know what? What we also might do if I swap the players around here. Neymar was there, when Messi was there. Mukiele out on the right. King Pembe on the left. What I'm actually going to do also, I think, if I can, if it'll let me, I am this time going to move Sanchez up to central midfield. Put him in left central midfield. Just to be a bit further forward in the build-up play. Because obviously, as an attacking game plan, we can kind of get away with that. So that'll be a kind of minor change to that. What else can we do? I don't think we need to do anything else for the positioning. With the width, I'll boost this up this time. I'm going to boost it to about 40. The depth can go up all the way to 100. We'll put the defensive style on constant pressure. Players in the box. This time, we'll keep it on 8 because we don't want to ruin the integrity of the system. Corners and free kicks are all up to 4 this time. And then the instructions, all of these can be the same. I'm going to put Mukiele this time as more of an overlapping right centre-back. Marquinhos and Kimpembe can stay the same. Verratti can be on the same. Cover centre, free roam. The 2 wing-backs can be on the same as well. There's a lot of stuff going on in the chat, so I'll get to you very, very shortly. Don't worry. And then what else do we have? Sanchez. We'll have one get forward. We'll have one get into the box with a cross. Stick to position. Cover centre. And then Messi will be on the same as what he was anyway. Stand into the box. Stay forward. Free roam. Neymar can still track back. Drift wide. Mbappe again can be the same. Getting behind. Drift wide. And stay forward. So mainly the tweaks to the attacking game plan going to be 40, 100. Don't worry, I'm going to go over this just before we go into a game, so do not worry. Let's just have a quick look at the messages before we do kind of round off the tactic and go into a game. What do we have? You did Ruben Amorim Sporting, Mourinho's Porto, yes. Also like to, Jorge Jesus, yes. Had a good Benfica team, so we can cover that one. What else do we have? What do you think about the new Borussia Dortmund manager? Yeah, we did speak about that a little bit earlier, just saying, obviously I get the appointment. We were surprised it didn't hold fire a little bit when Pochettino obviously left PSG, and just interview him at the very least and see. Because obviously we knew he was going to go. Game changer as top 4. Yes, okay. So what does everyone think top 4 for the Premier League? We've got Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man U. City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. Surprised there's no Tottenham mentions in there. Oofy Red Panda, hello. Thank you for joining. What do you think about the Ten Hag era at Man U? Do you think he'll bounce back from the loss? Yeah, we kind of did speak about that. Such a tough kind of team to predict, aren't they? I predict they'll obviously get better than today. It's his first game, so, a bit of patience on that. But Dale says, I'm a diehard Arsenal fan, but I think Spurs will beat us to the top 4. They're a really good shout this season, Spurs are. Tottenham are definitely. Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Arsenal. A couple of people saying City, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal. That's a surprise to hear that Chelsea are not in the reckoning. City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. So it looks like everyone is thinking City and Liverpool 1 and 2. City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea. So we finally got a Chelsea mention from Henrik. Nadim, City, Liverpool, United, only if they improve, Tottenham. Yo, I'm French. Hello, welcome along. I don't know how to pronounce that name, so I won't try. But thank you for joining. Yes, that's a really good shout. But I don't think it changes anything. So someone has very rightly just pointed out PSG have agreed a deal for Fabian Ruiz from Napoli, which is a good signing, but I don't think it would affect our team because the only real position we could find for him is probably Sanchez, and Sanchez is that box-to-box player, and obviously Fabian Ruiz is not, so I don't think I could really find a spot for him. I think the closest spot we could really find for him is either the Verratti role, where it's more deep line playmaker, or if we wanted to push Fabian Ruiz forward a little bit more, we could put him in the Messi role. And obviously, at the moment, we're not looking to replace Messi. But, But yes, that's a very good point. So thank you for pointing that out. What else do we have? Icardi, wow. Icardi's rating as well, 79. Come on. He's not a bad player. I know he doesn't play much at PSG, but he's been a very good player up until then. I know he likes to go for other people's wives and stuff, but still, you got to be fair. So Ekatike as well. His rating's not very good on this game. It doesn't seem worth kind of putting him in the team really. So probably not. Is this career mode or kickoff? Oh, we're doing a game in kickoff. This is just on the team sheets kind of thing at the moment. If you have a look here. Apparently Verratti going to City. I don't believe that one. Definitely not. Not when they've just signed Calvin Phillips and obviously they've got Rodri. What else do we have? PSG have a lot of players who can play in similar role. Fabian, Verratti, Vitinha. Yeah, exactly. Which makes you wonder whether he's generally going to have that kind of double pivot in the central midfield rather than having Sanchez as the box-to-box mainly. Although obviously he likes a box-to-box player, and he had Sanchez at Lille when they won the league. So we'll see how this one plays out. Yeah, as you say. Oish Games says, yo, hello, thank you for joining. What formation did Gaultier play yesterday? Very similar to this one, I believe. Or if not, it was like a 3-4-1-2, but it was very, very similar. I haven't watched the game back yet. I've only seen the highlights, so we'll see. Right then, the tactic itself, before we go into a game. So it's the 3-4-2-1, 3-4-3, whichever you prefer. In order to make this, what I had to do was I had to go to 3-5-2, and then I had to change the position of the striker and the cam so that they were left attacking midfielder and right attacking midfielder. These are both central defensive midfielders. Got left mid and right mid. And then in the tactics, we have press after possession loss. And then we have the width on 20. The depth is on 80. Slow build-up play. And then possession for chance creation. The width is 60. Players in the box is on 8, giving us 4 players in the box. And then the corners is on 4 and the free kicks is on 3. I don't think I did the attacking width for the attacking game plan actually, so I'm going to come to that very, very shortly. Now the instructions. Donnarumma comes across as a sweeper keeper. The 3 centre-backs are kept the same, so you don't need to change anything there. Both wing-backs are on as follows. Come back on defence, stay wide, get in behind for the support runs, and then get into the box for the cross, with the support on crosses, and that is for both wing-backs. Now with the right defensive midfielder, which is Verratti, we've got him on cut passing lanes, and he's on stay back while attacking. And in addition to that, defensive position is cover centre, and the positioning freedom is free roam. We're trying to get him to replicate that deep line playmaker role. With Sanchez, we have that out-and-out box-to-box midfield player. So he's on cut passing lanes again. He's get forward on the attacking support, and then cover centre for the defensive positioning, and his positioning freedom is stick to position. Now, with the attacking free, Messi is just doing what he wants, really. Very, very kind of free roll. He's on stay forward, stay on the edge of the box of the cross, and positioning freedom is on free roam. We just want him drifting about, finding pockets of space and working his magic. You know, I really want him, as opposed to kind of running behind, I want him kind of orchestrating the play in the advanced roles, areas really. So we're going to go with that. And he's also on conservative interceptions just to try and preserve his stamina as much as possible. Just quickly looking at his stamina, I get the feeling it's not very high, 71, so there you go. Neymar is on comeback on defence, get into the box with a cross. He's on drift wide for his positioning freedom, and then his interceptions are normal. And then with Mbappe, we have him on drift wide for support runs, getting behind with his attacking runs, and then defensive support is stay forward. And so that's it for the balanced game plan. A lot of stuff going on in the comment section, in the live chat, so I'll get to it very, very quickly. First, let me just quickly explain the attacking game plan to you. Couple of tweaks. One, Sanchez, rather than being a defensive midfielder, this time he is a left central midfielder. Just trying to push his starting position up a little bit to help in the build-up play. Don't forget, this attacking game plan is more when you're really pressing for a goal, it's getting later on in the game, etc., and you need it. With the tactics, there are tweaks. This time, our defensive style is constant pressure. The width has been boosted up to 40 this time, making it a bit wider. We try and take more risks. And the depth pushed all the way to 100. Bear in mind also, all of my centre-backs have at least 80 pace. So do bear that in mind. That does make you a bit more confident playing that ultra-high line. If naturally your centre-backs' paces are in the 60s or even low 70s, I would avoid. And then offensively, slow build up and possession still. The offensive width I forgot to change. So I'm going to change it now. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit wider. We're going to put it up to 70 and stretch play a little bit more. Players in the box is still on 8, giving us 4 players in the box. And in the corners and free kicks are both on 4. With the instructions this time, not loads and loads of changes. I'm pretty sure Mukiele's one change. We've got him on overlap this time. And obviously, it doesn't really work in the game, so you'll have to manually do it anyway, which I might do sometimes even in the balanced game plan. And then Sanchez, who obviously has been moved up to central midfielder, that does change his position instructions a little bit because still on get forward, still on get into the box with a cross. He's now on stick to position for his positioning freedom, and then defensive position is cover centre. Just trying to think if any of the attackers had different instructions. I'm pretty sure they didn't. No, I don't think they did. So generally, it's mainly the tactics, the team tactics that have been changed for that attacking game plan. So with that in mind, I would say we're probably ready to go into a game and test out this tactic. Oh, there we go. So, yeah. Have a quick look in the chat before we start a game. In the meantime, I'm going to set up a game. You have a look here. Got a few comments. What do you think of Lingard at Nottingham Forest? Asked Virgin Major. I like the signing. I don't like the wage. I know a lot has been made. Some people say it's 80k. Some people say it's like 200k. I'm sure it's somewhere in the middle, weekly wage. And then on top of that, you've got all the bonuses and stuff. It's a massive gamble. Obviously, if they stay in the division, then it doesn't look so bad. If they get relegated and they've just wasted quite a few million for a season on a player, not so good. But the signing itself, you know, in isolation, is a good signing. What's the worst base formation in FIFA? Asks Adam. I hate the narrow diamond. I hate it in real life and I hate it in FIFA. Never ever use it. Absolutely hate it. The one time I've actually played it this year is when I was doing Jose's Porto team. And that wasn't enjoyable either. Elsewhere, what do we have? Who's your signing of the summer so far? Mine is Haaland to Man City. Good question. I'll have to have a think about that and get back to you. Am I the only one that had no idea Mukiele signed for PSG? You're not the first person to say that in this video, actually, to be honest. Yeah, he has moved. Good signing. Very good signing. Zinchenko to Arsenal, says Ufi Red Panda, signing of the season. Zinchenko's a good signing, yeah. A lot of money, but a good signing. Josh says, will constant pressure not make the players really tired? Don't forget that's only an attacking game plan, so it's only obviously in the final certain amount of minutes when you're pushing for a goal. Also, not so much when you've got the build-up play on possession. When the build-up play is on forward runs, then yes, that will make them very tired. But you've also got to take the stamina tips on board, rest in possession, stuff like that. Jake says, just joined. Have you heard about Fabian Ruiz to PSG? Yes. But as I kind of alluded to, obviously before you join the stream, it wouldn't have changed my team because his role didn't really fit in. You know, we'd have to either replace Verratti or Messi, which wasn't going to happen. We wanted Sanchez as that box-to-box mid. So we've kept that there. Which team would you give a go on FIFA 23 career mode? Asked Kevin. Well, as I spoke about at the start of the stream, obviously a lot of you weren't in at the time, I was waxing lyrical about Everton signing Connor Cody. Something that I love that signing, and I've just really liked their business in general so far. Likes of Dwight McNeil, you got Tarkowski on a free, and obviously Idrissa Gueye coming in. So I really like their business. So I'm half thinking maybe I'll do a career mode with them series on the channel, but I might leave it in a vote. What else do we have? What else do we have? Nice one. You should play Marseille. Yes, I am going to play Marseille because obviously that's kind of the rivalry, isn't it? So we are going to play Marseille. Naturally, obviously, they are a lower rated team than us. So you will have to bear that in mind. If I still lose, then that doesn't say much about me, does it? Let's face it. So hopefully I don't bottle it. What else do we have? In my opinion, Ben says, a Burnley career mode. I've just made 4 signings, which I think are all pretty realistic, but I want to know what you think. I signed Liam Delap, Jason Knight, Callum O'Hare, and Ben Cabango. Yes, absolutely love those signings. Really realistic. Yeah, love them. Spot on. Adam says, play Ultimate. Unfortunately, unless they changed something in the last week, which they haven't, you cannot play Ultimate on kickoff. You can only go into Legendary. So it will have to be on Legendary. I do use my sliders, and I do believe they do make it more difficult Also slightly more realistic as well. So do go and check that out in another video that I've done past covering the sliders. What else do we have? Adam says, if you have a centre-back on overlap, will they act similar to a fullback? Well, I've mentioned quite a lot in videos. Overlapping centre-backs doesn't work on this game. You have to manually do it with like LB and A, L1 and X. So, unfortunately, it doesn't matter. But it's supposed to. What else do we have? Do you plan to replicate Rafa's Liverpool 4-2-3-1 system? If enough people want it, I'll probably only do classic tactics from now until FIFA 23 is released. So for the rest of FIFA 22's lifespan, I'll probably only do classic tactics on YouTube. So that's definitely an option. Someone else said Mourinho's Inter, so I could give that one a look in. GG King, you have Neymar on coming back on defence, you sure? Listen, we cannot have Mbappe, Messi and Neymar all staying forward. One of them has got to track back, and it's better being Neymar because obviously he's in the deeper position and Mbappe's up front. Granted, Mbappe's probably got the highest work rate out of a lot of them. He will track back more, but ultimately Neymar, he's got to get in line. He's got to get in line. Adam says, please do Brazil 2002. I've already covered Brazil 2002 on my Patreon, so do go and check that one out. Ostrich says, in my realistic AC Milan career mode, I signed a Ketelaere before he signed in real life, and Botman. Are these realistic? They are absolutely. I mean, they've signed a Ketelaere, and they chased Botman before he went to Newcastle. So very, very good. Adam, what if you had Neymar and Messi unbalanced? No, I don't want Messi tracking back at all, really. He's not got the stamina for it. He'll be absolutely drained. He's just not suited to it. Additionally, I wish I'd done the transfers as well because Kamara, obviously, he's at Villa now and not at Marseille, so he's playing. So that is a little bit annoying. If you're doing classic tactics, says Game Changer, I'd like Diego Simeone's 2014 tactic. Yes, a very, very good shout. Are there any other signing I should make in my AC Milan career mode? Well, if you want to try and go for what they're doing in real life, which it looks like you are from the signs you made so far, then maybe try Yafik Tanganga. They're supposed to be chasing him. That would be a good signing. Hakim Ziyech is one that they're supposedly chasing as well. Matt says, as an Everton fan, I would love to see FIFA 23 career mode with us. Yes, one I'm really excited for. A fellow nerd says, how about Allegri's Juve 16-17 or 14-15? Another good one. I'm trying to think if we've actually covered a Juventus tactic on the channel ever. And I'm not sure we have. I'd have to have a look back on that one. But I'm not sure we have, to be honest. Right then. See how this one goes. Give that a switch out wide to Hakimi. I'd like to get him into the game. Get Messi on the ball. Mbappe running in behind. Oh, good save from Paul Lopez. Good save. That's the sort of movement we want. There's not enough of that in this game. There really isn't. That was clever movement, well timed. There's not enough of that. I want to get Messi to come short here. Oh, that was silly. Very, very silly. Try and get the second man press there. See if that can work. Nice, nice and easy. Nice and easy. Antonio Conte Juve system you've done. Yes, you're right. I have done that one. So, yes, I have covered a Juventus team. I have covered a Juventus team, but not as much as I thought I would have, to be honest. Neymar got the overlapping run of Mendes. We'll try and cut this back into Mbappe. Oh, very close. Very, very close. Juventus will be back in FIFA 23, so next year is perfect, says Adam. Yes, very, very true. Josh says, what did you think of Erling Haaland today? Spoke about him already, but yes, I got him on a fancy team, so I was licking my lips, as you can imagine. Really wish I'd have captained him. I captained Kane instead. So that was frustrating. But at the end of the day, you know, I thought Well, Tottenham did have a field day against Southampton, but I'd have thought if Tottenham score 4 goals, you know, Kane is probably going to score. But he didn't. And neither did Son. So there you go. Marquinhos. Oh, another good save from Paul Lopez. 2 good saves he's made so far. Because we've still got Pochettino in the dugout. Very, very nice. What else do we have? What else do we have? He's going to score lots of goals this season. Yeah, yes. Yes, he certainly is. Haaland, he certainly is. Right, we'll whip this one in again. We've got Marquinhos again. Oh, it's another save. Paul Lopez. Blimey. This guy is on fire. Just recycle the ball, I think. That's what we like. Mendes. Neymar. Back to Mendes. Oh, we've got Messi running in, but he's a bit small. I didn't really want to loop that to him. We'll come out to Neymar. Oh. Can Hakimi get this one back in? He can. Neymar. Oh. Close. Very close. I don't really want Messi sprinting back like that, but there you go. Blimey, the AI just crossed the ball, and that is a surprise. We can hit them on the break here, quick time. Out to Mbappe. Sanchez. That was poor, that was. That was really poor. Really, really poor from Renato Sanchez. Oh, well done. Oh, I'll say one thing about this tactic that I've noticed so far. The pressing is good. There's a lot of players kind of well spaced out. So we are winning the ball back fairly easily. We've got a run from Neymar there. And he's found it as well. The sweat's on. And I will take the sweat all day long. And I know some people will criticise that. But I think you got to do what you got to do to score. So there you go. So yeah, as I was saying, the tactic itself, it seems like with the pressing, even though it's only press after possession loss and not constant pressure, because they're well spaced out, there's a lot of kind of players covering all the zonal areas. It's done a really good job of kind of winning the ball back. What else do we have in the comment section? Yeah, Kane let me down. I captained him as well, says John Lennon. That's a very good name, that is, if it's real. Very, very good name. Yeah, same here. Disappointing. Thankfully, Haaland rescued it for me a little bit. What else do we have here? Let me pause this a minute. Still can't believe Mbappe had decided to choose to stat pad in the Farmers League rather than to make his dream transfer. I will admit I was very surprised. By all accounts, he was determined to go to Real Madrid and just had a change of heart. So that was a massive, massive surprise. That was a strange hoof from the AI there. Very, very strange. Got a ball out wide there. I like that. Oh, I would have liked to get it to Mendes then, but just couldn't quite turn enough. Well done. Well done, Neymar. Nice. Nice. Oh. Mbappe, he needed to toe that one first time. He needed to get that away out of his feet first time. He took a touch. Bit annoying. Paul Lopez, though, he's having a wonder game. He really is. Verratti out wide to Hakimi. I'd like to try and get Messi in the game a bit more, to be honest, in that free roll, but they've marked him really well, to be honest. Oh, that's a nice run from Mbappe. He's offside, though, I do believe. It's unlucky. See, again, he's drift wide. That really helps, honestly. It makes a massive difference. They just start angling their runs more when the striker's on drift wide and getting behind. Really, really does help. Really does help. Jan is talking about Ultimate Team. Unfortunately, I don't really do that. We don't do a lot of that on this channel, so I have no idea what most of that means. Shapeshifters and stuff like that. out to move the ball a little bit quicker. There we go. An overlap from the left back would be nice here. There we go. That's nice. Cut back to Mbappe. Auto Neymar will do. Out to Sanchez. Through to Verratti. Well, there is an example on the free roam. You know, that time he was forward. So there is, in all fairness, an example where he's kind of getting forward and we don't want him to. So I will give you that. Can we sneak that through? Yes, we can. Very, very nice. This will need to come back. There's a switch on out wide. I like that. Can we ping this one in? Oh, whoa. Oh, I'd like to get out to that one. Yes, well done, Mukiele. And speaking of him, that was a really good signing. I really like it. As we've got that ball on to Mbappe. Same again. Can we curl this one round? Yes, very nice. So yeah, unfortunately, obviously the lower rated opposition is playing a factor here. So I will admit that. But the tactic itself, definitely very good. What I've kind of found, I spoke about it on my Patreon package as well, is when you've got like this 3-4-3, if you've got two players on the wing, it's not as effective. But when they play at Ram and Lamb, it is better. It does work better. So I would definitely advise that. You know, when they're both on the wing, it doesn't seem to like... It seems to kind of nullify the fact that you've got wing backs. It's a little bit weird. So, yeah. What are the work rates of Verratti? He's medium attacking and high defensive. What else do we have? Early World Cup predictions. Not England. Connor asks, late to the stream, what can we expect from you in the FIFA 23 career mode wise? Sorry to the guys who've been in the stream since the start. As I have mentioned already, I'm contemplating an Everton career mode, but I might put out a vote later on in August to kind of get a feel for what other people want to see. I've kind of stayed away from doing Premier League teams, to be honest, in all my career modes because just boring. Just a bit bored of it. You know, it's kind of, it's always there. It's everywhere. So I like to do teams in other leagues. I'd have loved to do another Serie A team, but obviously a lot of the teams aren't licensed, so that puts me off. And obviously last year we did a Bundesliga team, so maybe a La Liga team, we'll see. But obviously I started Barcelona this year and didn't finish that, so again, that's another thing that puts me off. What else do we have? I have got to say Mbappe and CR7 are my favourite players to use on FIFA 22. Mbappe always making them runs in behind, and Ronaldo the perfect target man. Yeah, 100%. 100%. They are so fun. I mean, any player at that rating really should be, but like, yeah, definitely. Should be half time now, with any luck. And we can kind of have a quick look at the stats and stuff like that. So that's half time. If we get through to the menu, excuse me, let's have a little itch. It's so hot. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but in the UK at the moment it is roasting, absolutely roasting. World Cup predictions is really tough. No real standout teams for me. Brazil maybe Brazil. Have a look at the stats here. Marseille not had a shot yet. 37% possession. 9 shots for us. Expected goals of 5.5. The XG on this is ridiculous. I don't know how they work it out, but it is definitely not true. Because when do you ever see an XG of 5.5? You know, let alone in the first half from 9 shots. Yeah, very, very strange. But yeah, the tactic itself has been very fun. Just wondering if there's anyone else we can kind of shift in here. I think at some point maybe I'll bring Vitinha in, just try and get a feel for a new signing, you know. put him in there. What else could we do? I mean, there's not really a lot after that. John says, really hot in Canada. GG King watching from the Netherlands. It's hot here too. Hot everywhere then, clearly. Nadeem, it's going to be even more hot tomorrow in the UK. Yeah, it's supposed to be really roasting all week. So usually I've got a window open stuff and a fan on, but obviously for the sake of the stream, everything has to be closed so that the heat really builds up. Connor says an XG of 5.5 after 9 shots. That's some conversion rate. Well, this is it, you know. It's pretty ridiculous. After 9 shots at 5.5, it's unheard of. Really is. You'd have to be missing from like 1 yard out in an open goal. You really would. So yeah, second half. I think at some point, just for the sake of testing it out, I might switch to the attacking game plan just to see what it's like and how it kind of changes things. If it kind of changes the complexion. Oh, there's a big switch on. Didn't even reach him, but there you go. Right, Neymar into Sanchez. There we go. That's what I want from Messi. I want him kind of picking up those those spaces, just dropping off. Oh, I was looking for the running behind of Hakimi then, but didn't quite get it. Good inception from Verratti. Oh. Should we go for an overlap? I'll get Mukiele on the case. He can come into Messi. We'll get it back to him. Go again. If Hakimi would like to make a run, that would be nice. You know. Thankfully Mbappe picks that up. Oh, that's a foul. Oh, that's a penalty all day long. That is a penalty all day long. I'm not having this. Let's have another look. This is absolutely a stonewaller. Okay, no, it isn't actually. He's actually won the ball. Now I look like a moron, but there you go. But yeah, that's just a bit annoying. Like Hakimi with the run and stuff, just delaying it ages. It really breaks down the attack. You know what I mean? And that's something they do. They kind of, on this game, like, I get you're not going to run all the time. That's absolutely fine. That's realistic. But the point is they start their run and then midway through, they stop. And it's like you're waiting for them to get in behind before you play the ball. And it's just a little bit frustrating. A little bit frustrating. Neymar can carry the ball forward now. Into Messi. Oh, nearly got taken out there. But he keeps hold of the ball. There we go, Hakimi. That's better. Into Mbappe. Back to Neymar. Nice. There we go. Much better. So I'm looking for just those continued. Just keep doing your run. Oh, I do apologise. I just pressed A and that was the celebration that came. But that is not what I wanted at all. Right. Let's have another look at the comment section. Watching from South Africa. Frankfurt is pretty cold over here. Blimey, that is a surprise. Jan asks, is this for Christophe Gaultier? It's been inspired by the fact that he's playing a free back, but it isn't a clear replication of it. I really like how there's little to no gaps in between the midfield and the defensive line. Yes, that might have something to do with my sliders lowering the amount of space. Also, obviously, just playing DMs as well. That does always help. But yeah, definitely. Another big switch on there. Can we get it to him? Oh, Verratti. Come on. I'll tell you one thing that is really fun that I am noticing, just having all three centre-backs fast, 80 pace plus. It's very, very rare to have that, but it is definitely a joy to have that. It's so much noticeable when you're playing a high line. it just makes a huge difference. It really does. Absolutely massive. So I think what we're going to do now is I'm actually going to change the game plan to attacking. We'll see how this one kind of plays out. This one goes more gegenpressing, real constant pressure, as we've got Mbappe running behind there. Couldn't get him that time. And it also pushes Sanchez up a little bit, so his starting position is higher. It may make us a little bit more vulnerable. See, already there you see he's kind of pushed up a little bit more, so it does kind of encourage a little bit more space there. So like I say, it's very, very much taking more risks. Oh, Marquinhos is done by Payet there, thankfully. A very good save from Donnarumma. Kind of says, did you watch any of the games today? Did you watch any of the derby? I did keep my eye on it. I watched the Premier League games in the end. But yeah, definitely. Hey man, do the Conte's 3-4-3 tactics work in Korea? Army need for some. Yeah, give them a shot, man. Give them a shot, definitely. Trying to think what I kind of rated them on the Patreon. Now I can't actually remember, but yeah, definitely worth a shot. As Nuno Mendes wins this, can sprint up the pitch. Just have to go back into Messi. Get him along. For some reason, Mendes hasn't come back over here yet, and I'm kind of waiting for him to, but he's not going to do it. Mbappe, one more to Mendes. Oh, he's going to be offside, isn't he? Nice and calm, nice and calm. Oh, I need him to release that one. Running from Hakimi, that's what we want. Look at that for a ball from Messi. Absolutely fantastic. If Mbappe can run in and behind, this will be a really nice goal. Oh, that would have been really nice. What a fantastic ping from Messi that was. See, that's why it's really fun. I love that role when you've got that attacker just on free roam and they're dropping around, just picking up the ball and doing stuff like that. It's just so fun. It's so fun to play. It really is. Absolutely love it. Oh, damn it. What am I doing? What am I doing? Thankfully, Donnarumma saved my blushes there. That was silly from me. I just kind of sprinted past him. We'll have another look at that. Oh, no, they're not going to show it. But yeah, poor from me. Poor, poor, poor. What's your opinion on Spurs and how do you think they will do? Oh, hang on. I'll just defend this corner before I answer that. So again, Neymar. Try and drive out. Come on. Keep it up. There we go. There's a chance for another goal here. We've got players sprinting forward. There's someone at the back post who I'm going to try and get it to. There it is. Just use your head. Diving header. You know what I mean? That annoys me. That annoys me. Don't. Why would he put his foot up there? Oh dear me. Yeah, but that was stress free. That was really stress free. That game. That was so nice to play. Like I say, obviously, the fact that the opposition was lower rated obviously had an effect. But overall, the tactic I thought worked quite well. Worked very well, in fact. Obviously, you need a very specialised team for it, like PSG. I wouldn't like using this system with teams that are lower than 5-star rated, to be honest. And even then, you've got to have the right players, the fast centre-backs, the player who can free roam, the pacey forwards, pacey wing-backs. Definitely, everything has got to be spot on. So there is that. But all in terms of the tactic, very, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. What else? Will you play against Real Madrid next to test how the tactic can get exposed? Yeah, for the next live stream, do either Nottingham Forest or Fulham career mode. Put their transfers in. Put a possessional pressing tactic for them. I mean, if you guys want to see it, I mean, we can play Real Madrid next and see how the tactic gets exposed. That's no problem. That is no problem. If you guys want to see it, then we can kind of draw out what's time at 8:30. We got plenty of time, plenty of time. So let's have a look. So yeah, we've seen how it works against a mid-range team, 4-star. I think Marseille are. So we have a look at Real Madrid. I'm just thinking though, I might do the transfers to Real Madrid very, very quickly. Who they signed? Tchouaméni. Who else have they signed? I'm trying to think now. Who else have Real Madrid signed, guys? Mason says, do you think Conte 3-4-3 tactics work in Korea? I'm in need for some. I've already answered that one, haven't I think. Yeah, give it a try. Rudiger, yes. Do you think Rudiger? Yes, Adam. Rudiger and Tchouaméni. They're both signed. I could have sworn there were others. Nadine says, do you go to the Birmingham City games? Yes, I am a season ticket holder and I will go to as many away games as I can. Usually like double figures every season. So what do we have? What am I looking at here? Edit teams, club transfers. They sold Marcelo and Bale. Isco is leaving to Sevilla, so we'll make sure those guys aren't in the team before we do it. Spain. No, we're going to go to France and we're going to have Tchouaméni from Monaco. Tchouaméni, whichever it is. Tchouaméni. And then obviously we've got Rudiger as well. So we'll go to Chelsea and swap him in. They've signed no one else. Well, there you go. I mean, they didn't really need to, did they? If they couldn't get Mbappe, then there was no point panicking, was there? Really. Surprised they didn't push for Haaland, but I suppose they did think they were going to get Mbappe, didn't they? Right. So I'll have a look at their team sheet very, very quickly and just put those new signings in, I think. Rather than doing all the transfers out, I won't bother with them. I'll just make sure they're not playing. Basically, save us a little bit of time and we can get into the next game a bit quicker. Right, so in fact, there's no point in me putting Tchouaméni in because obviously he's not higher rated than Casemiro. Rudiger, we can probably put in for one of these two. He's right-footed, isn't he, Rudiger, I think? Yeah, so we'll put him on the right instead of Militao. Hazard, no, we'll keep Vinicius in. Valverde. Camavinga on the bench. Tchouaméni can go on the bench. For Ceballos, we can swap Fernandes out for Militao. Militao could be RB, yes. Do have Carvajal there though, so I don't know really. Surprised to see Werner leave on a permanent deal to RB Leipzig. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a loan deal, but it looks like it's going to be permanent. I think it's a good move for him. Can you make Benzema a striker instead of a CF? Yes. We don't like that fake position in this game, do we? Push him up. There we go. Ash, how would you go about utilising the youth academy in career mode, especially when trying to create a culture? That's a really good question. Really good question. I guess, say for example, if you're like Man City and obviously you want that kind of, you want these guys really good in possession, very aesthetically pleasing on the ball, pass possession first. Then when you're searching for players, obviously you want that archetype where you've got players who are like technically gifted, stuff like that. And then also look for players, say for example, if you're doing, I don't know, say if you were doing a Roma career mode as Jose Mourinho, he obviously likes those big, aggressive, physical players. Then you want to be searching for that, and instead you want to be promoting players based on that. So I'd kind of look at it like that, kind of look at the way you play and see which type of players fit, and then you can obviously search and change the archetype for players that you can find, that your scouts will find, basically, if that makes sense. I've not explained that overly well, but hopefully you kind of get an idea. Adam says, Ash, how good would it be if career mode went for 30 years, you could do Sir Alex type of career mode? Yeah, that'd be brilliant. I mean, it should be unlimited, really. I don't know why it isn't, because if Football Manager can do it, I don't see why, FIFA can't, but there you go. Right, so we've seen how it is against a 4-star team. Now let's see how it is against, well, the best, let's face it. PSG against Real Madrid. Probably keep the team as it is. I really liked that last kind of game. Now I could get absolutely spanked this game. We'll find out. NBA 2K lasts for 90 seasons. Well, there you go. Much, much better. Mason, do you watch WWE? I keep up to date with what's happening in WWE, but I don't watch the shows every week. I watch AEW. AEW I will watch religiously every week. Dynamite, Rampage, etc. So I love that. As you might have noticed from the AEW shirts that I occasionally wear. But WWE, I don't watch shows. I just kind of keep up to date with what's happening. Like I see highlights on YouTube, follow the Twitter account and all that stuff. Just not ever mad on like the writing and stuff really. I think their storytelling's great, and it's the same kind of people that they try and push out really, which is a shame. What else do we have? Do you think Real Madrid should go for Anthony from Ajax? That would be a sick trio. Yeah, I mean, that would be a really good signing. Yeah, it'd be a really good signing. Does he fit into the mould of Ancelotti? Yeah, I think he could play in an Ancelotti system. Maybe that, yeah. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I think a lot of teams really should go for him, really. So, we can skip all this intro, can't we? Mate says, fair enough, AEW is great, like CM Punk, John Moxley, Kenny Omega. Yeah, I'm also going to see WWE next month. Nice, that's cool, man. Look forward to it. I enjoy it, man. I've seen it live in England, some of the home shows and stuff. That's always been really good. So yeah, always good. GG King, let my boy Anthony be. I'm guessing you're an Ajax fan. Was you here from the Ajax career mode series back in the day? So then, well, straight away we are noticing a difference because Marseille weren't pressing me quite as heavily as what Madrid look like they're going to here. Carbon copy of the first. Oh, I thought he was going to slot that one in then. Oh, he slot that one in. Oh, close. Oh, I thought that one was sailing in there, and that was really unlucky. Messi hits the post. Very, very unlucky. Now, this is where they are going to have the beating of me. They've got that trio in midfield that's superb. Oh, I need Donnarumma to come out. Well, here you go. Going to get shown up now. This is going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. I thought having Mukiele there would be enough to kind of hold Vinicius Jr. off, but it wasn't. It really wasn't. I should have brought Donnarumma out a little bit early. I was kind of too busy focusing on Mukiele. I should have brought him out earlier. I think that could have helped. But yeah, very, very good goal. What's that camera you're using on FIFA? It is the EA game cam. I'll just show you very quickly now. A lot of people, tons of people ask me this. It is the EA Sports game cam. It is only on the current gen consoles, so like Series XS and PlayStation 5. So that might be why you've not come across it, because it was the default cam on this one. Gigi King, yes, came from the Ajax series. Very good. Very, very good. Mason, got any transfer requests for me in my Spurs career mode? What about someone like Belotti? They need a backup striker, although I suppose Richarlison can kind of play that role now. But if you feel like he'd be better off as the attacking midfielder, then Belotti would be a good kind of rotational striker role. Obviously, he's on a free transfer in real life, so that would definitely be a good kind of signing for them. Switch this one out wide. Got Hakimi in a lot of space. Work a 1-2 with Messi. Let's get it down the wing. Oh, Verratti. It's disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Blimey. Centre-backs feel a bit slow, which is strange, obviously, considering the pace that they have. But there you go. There's Messi roaming into the middle. He'll come out wide. We'll get that one out wide to Mendes. Very good. Can we work the 1-2? Disappointing. Poor from Neymar. Very, very poor. Right. Let's try this again. Verratti. Over to Mbappe. Very good running from Messi. That is a third man run. That's what we like. Can he get it back into Mbappe? Yes, he can. Really well worked. Oh, it's a nice goal. It's a nice goal. Some good build-up play. Down that right-hand side. Messi, Verratti, Mbappe all involved. Third man run. We don't see that often enough as well, but we got it from Messi that time. That was really, really good. And Mbappe. No mistake on that one. So it's 1-1. It's been tough, but there's been both teams have had a sniff. Had a sniff. Belotti went to Roma, didn't he? It hasn't been confirmed yet. That hasn't been confirmed. There were rumours that someone else was planning to hijack it. I can't remember who they said now. It might have been Wolves or something. That was a media report, though. I don't know how true it was. But yeah, that would be a really good deal for Roma. Really, really good deal if they can get him on the right wage. And PayPal against Real Madrid, the irony. Yeah. You know they're going to play Real Madrid this year and he will score. You just know. Let's bring Verratti out, really. Oh, that's Donnarumma's all day. Get that one away. Oh, no one on the edge of the box. I don't like that. No one on the edge of the area. Through to Mukiele. Let's get him overlapping if we can get any support. I need someone here, really. Although we've got Mbappe who's just going to run in behind. Oh. And it's their throw as well. Very, very nice. Very nice. We're in a position really where we can try and force Vinicius to try and take Hakimi on. Because obviously Vinicius is pacey, but Hakimi is very, very fast. What was that free kick for? It must have been handball or something. No one on the edge of the box again. Why is there no one on the edge of the box? And this is why I've been saying for so long, like, we need a set piece designer. Like, why can we not design a set piece? Because they're just, the positioning, defensive and offensive, is just so wrong. It's really all over the place. Got a switch on out wide. Into Messi. He can get it out wide to Mendes. That's nice. Can he come into Neymar? Ah, disappointing. Disappointing. That was forming nicely then. Very nicely. They're really targeting the left side. That is one. That is for sure. Try and force them to cross it in, to be honest. And that's why. Right, we'll go to Marquinhos again. He can come into Sanchez. Back over to Verratti. Messi's in a little bit of space there if we can kind of get it to him. Not quite. But Verratti can drive forward. Messi out wide to Mendes. A great run from Neymar. Just tried to nod that back to Mbappe then. As I kind of alluded to earlier, I didn't get to finish the sentence because Real Madrid scored. The midfield trio for them, that's where we're going to get over a little bit in midfield. You know, because obviously we've only really got the double pivot, the two. And then the others are like attacking midfielders. They will obviously outnumber us there. And that is something we will have to deal with. Just died out a little bit at the moment, this game has. There's a ball onto Hakimi out there, if we can get it to him. Lovely. That's what I want from Marquinhos, the centre-back, really. I'm looking for him to be that kind of ball-playing defender, but he's got to have the options there in the first place. Can Neymar hold on to that? Oh. Mukiele, I don't know what he's doing. I need him to stick on the other guy. It's got to be the centre-backs all day long. Oh, disappointing. It's got to be the centre-backs. He's got to deal with that. It's Kimpembe, I think, wasn't it? Yep. No, it's Mukiele, actually. Don't know what he's doing over there. We'll come out to the left centre-back this time. Right, it's half time. Been a bit of both. There's been a couple of chances for both teams. But not too bad. Game Changer says goalkeepers in FIFA are really terrible, especially when it comes to relieving pressure. Yes, I've seen it's like we've got Donnarumma set to sweep a keeper, but he still doesn't sweep, you know? He's still they'll still just doss about in the centre of the goal, not move around, starting positions really deep. Like, I shouldn't be having to control him really to come out for that goal. He should just come out. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. What else do we have? Then which team do you hate to go against, I'm guessing, on FIFA this year, and how do you try and beat them? With me, Liverpool, because of their press, I'll just beat them by waiting for their stamina to drain. Then I try to capitalise. It's a good question. It's a very, very good question. GG King, I find it annoying that when you play the CPU of Liverpool, they press and play amazing, just like Liverpool in real life. But when I play with Liverpool, they just do not. Yeah. Well, I actually really struggle playing with the tactics, the clock tactics, actually. I found it a real nightmare, and I rated it low on my Patreon package as a result. So maybe it is a thing kind of playing with Liverpool. Kind of says, looking forward to EA Sports FC. FIFA 23 feels like a gap year. A little bit, yeah. A little bit, I get that. We'll see what they kind of come out with, really. You know, obviously I was disappointed with manager career mode, but player career mode looks decent. I'll say that I was fairly pleased with that. See, this is one thing that annoys me now. I've got none of the defenders will move unless I'm controlling them. Very good, very, very good. Mbappe. Can we get a give and go with Messi here? Oh, it's unlucky. Very, very unlucky. I'm forcing him to cross this ball in again. Oh, God. Centre-backs. Please, someone win the header. That's not the first time that's happened this game. It really isn't. Let's have a look at it. Who is it this time? Is it Marquinhos? No, it's Kimpembe. Just not sticking to him. You know what I mean? Very, very disappointing. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. Got to do it all over again. Oh. Corner to them. Come on, let's go. It's got to be Donnarummers all day long. Now we need someone to get out quick. Oh, poor from Neymar. What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, we got runners through the middle here and no one's picking them up. No one's picking them up. Nice. That's better. Mbappe. He's got to get out his feet quicker than that. It's a bit slow, a bit lethargic. What is Marquinhos doing? Ah, goal. It's all falling apart. Marquinhos just kind of stands there, looks very lethargic. Just watch him here with the orange boots. He's just sort of wandering around, he doesn't really know what he's doing. And yeah, someone just mentioned it, the change of pace, man. The change of pace. Very, very lethargic now. A lot of players standing around. Oh, I shouldn't have done that really. Out to the edge of the box. That's nice. Ah, nowhere near enough. Nowhere near enough. Right, well won though. Got a good run from Neymar. Nice, very good. Oh, Courtois. That was a ridiculous save. Ridiculous. Can Marquinhos get to that one? No, he cannot. Well, it looks like it's going to be a loss. We'll go to the attacking game plan, but I don't think it will help, to be honest. Modric now, cruising. It's a good winner from Marquinhos. Neymar now, looking to stretch the play. Going to send it through to Mbappe. Now this is an opportunity. Back in the game. Back in the game with 75 minutes gone. Not done yet. Pick of the ball, pick of the ball, pick of the ball. Oh, never mind. Yeah, back in the game. Good. Nice and easy. They committed a lot of men forward there. Carvajal was really far forward. He was really far forward. Oh, there we go. Won the ball nice and quick. Hakimi. Give and go with Verratti. Need more movement. What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh, and yeah, of course he scores. Of course he does that. You know. This is when he really gets to me. Really gets to me. Right. Hakimi down the right. Oh. Oh, Carvajal somehow has beaten Kimpembe for pace. He is shot ahead of him. Look at that, even now Kimpembe can't catch up to him. That's ridiculous. Three men in the middle. He's dropped his man. It's a good ball to Neymar. Why is his touch really heavy? Got a lot of men not tracking back now. He's offside. He's way offside. It's a shame really it's kind of ended like this, because I was kind of enjoying it, but obviously just things are happening really. Oh, release the ball. Quicker. Oh, that was poor from me then. That was really, really poor. Wow. Ugh. Well, that's it then. Yeah, that was disappointing. Tactics wise, I don't know, I can't say too much about the tactic in terms of negatively from that. I don't think that was really much to do with it. I think that was more just kind of things that were happening really in the game. You know, I don't think there was too much tactically that went too wrong there. Obviously, we're playing the high line, but you know what? I thought with obviously the pacey defenders and stuff, it wouldn't have been as much of a problem. You know, even the likes of Benzema, Carvajal, who obviously aren't very fast, still faster than our centre-back. So I don't really think it was the high line necessarily a problem. Obviously, just kind of the mismatch in terms of pace and stuff. I think going to the attacking system, it's like, you know, you will notice more gaps already. You can kind of get overrun in midfield, and that's even more of a problem with the attacking game plan. But yeah. So it's one of them really. Obviously against Marseille it works really well. Against Real Madrid not so much. I mean, it just becomes too high scoring, doesn't it? This is why I kind of don't play games in 6 minutes usually. I kind of play them on 5-minute halves, because it just gives the game less chance to kind of score goals. Because obviously it's just a really high scoring game and very hard to defend on here. But yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a terrible tactic. I think it's okay. I've never really been over mad on these kind of 3-4 kind of free tactics in FIFA, to be honest, because I feel they lack a little bit of penetration. You know, I kind of generally prefer 3-4-1-2. So you've got two strikers and you've got more penetration from them. You know, I do prefer that. So there is that definitely. But as 3-4-3 tactics go, I think this has been one of the better ones that we have kind of created over the course of the year. So yeah, other than that, it's an alright tactic. I'd definitely advise you guys to give it a try, see what you think, see how you find it, and let me know. With regards to the next stream, we might do that. Is it this one? Yes, it is. There we go. So, with regards to the next stream, I don't know when it'll be yet. It will be sometime this week. I'll schedule it kind of early, see what I can do. Really just trying to work out what the best time is in terms of streams and stuff. Obviously, each stream has been on a different day so far, so I'm trying to work out which is the best. But I think at the moment, I'm looking at somewhere in midweek, because obviously Sundays is kind of a bad day because the NFL is on and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. GG King, I would love to see a Leeds tactic. Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, the next one again will probably be a stream of creating another tactic. So suggestions are always welcome. I haven't decided anything on it yet. But let me know. Let me know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you for being along for the journey. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've tried to make it as good as I possibly can. If you've got any suggestions for like things that I can do in my streams to make it better, more engaging, please let me know. I would really appreciate that. Still working things out, working lots of kinks out and stuff. And yeah, I think until next one, kind of see you there. Obviously keep an eye on the channel. Lots of videos coming your way. Of all sorts. Hopefully the beta's kind of out this week, and hopefully I'll get a code, then I can kind of cover it and do little bits and pieces. So we'll see. On that note, I think we're going to finish it off there. If you have enjoyed the stream, drop a thumbs up, check out the channel, subscribe, check out my Patreon, the link to that is down below, and follow me on Twitter, the link to that is also down below as well. Find everything in the description. On that note, we're going to finish it off there. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, I will see you guys soon.